Hello guys, I am back again finally with another YouTube video. It's been a good minute, okay? I know I have slacked on this whole YouTube thing, but I really just needed to get back the courage and the idea and my own self-motivation to get back up here and do some art, because that's really what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about just doing art and just recording my process, and whatever comes to my mind, I'm just gonna draw it, do it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you have any feedback or helpful criticism to give it to me. Like, I kind of want it to be like a community of just you seeing my talent and helping me grow my talent, and I'm gonna help you as well. Like, you know? And I'm also just rant and talk about whatever I want to talk about in my head. And I might get a little quiet because sometimes I'm just like thinking, So, but more than likely I'm going to try to talk about something, whatever. So, let me get actually one of my papers over here so I can have a feedback. Oh, so actually before we start start whatever I'm gonna come up with, because that's what I'm trying to really challenge myself on doing, kind of just coming up with something on the spot, but not on the spot, like have inspiration from my own past art and then create something new from my old past art. That's what I want to start doing now. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I just realized I was not facing my microphone and not speaking into my microphone. So I really hope you could hear me at the same quality, okay? My mic is right here, so I'm hoping that it's good. And eventually I'll be able to get an even better mic that can just hear me and I won't have to be so close to it. And also, if you hear a weird like clicking drinking sound, it's my guinea pig. She's thirsty right now and she wants to drink a lot while I have start my YouTube video. But before we get into the drawing, I want to show you guys some drawings that I've been doing, but I just have not finished them. I'm having trouble actually finishing my artworks. I don't know what it is. Like, I'll start them and I won't finish them. It's not like I'm having an artist block, but I am at the same time. It's like I'm in a limbo of artist block. So I'm gonna show you one of my artworks that I've done. This is my recent one. So yeah, it was just a girl's face, and I did the eyes, the ears, did her hair, kind of messed up on her eyebrows, and kind of messed up on the eye that I tried to do in the middle. I think I need to make her face more proportioned better. Kind of didn't know what I was going with her mouth. I didn't even use a reference for the mouth. I probably should have, because that's why the mouth is kind of wonky. And then this is what stops me every time on my art. I get to the other side of the face and then I just mess up. And it's usually the eye. I always just mess up. Like, I just mess up on the eye, get frustrated, and then I just stop because I just don't want to ruin it anymore. And then I just try to scribble it out, try to make that into part of the art, but that isn't part of the art plan that I had originally. I just kind of wanted to make the same eye on the other side, and it just never seems to work out that way, because here's another this is another artwork I did. It's just a girl half naked. I'm forgetting the picture. I can insert the picture I got the inspo from. It's this anime. I've never watched anime. I don't even know what the name of the anime is called. But if when I insert the picture, if you know what the name of the anime is called, let me know, because I feel like I would enjoy watching it because it looks good. But I got the inspo from how her body was shaped and stuff from that, and then I just colored in like my similar skin tone into it. Because I like how she was standing. I like how she looked. She looked fierce and confident in being like half naked. And so what else do we have? And this was another drawing that I had started, and I just didn't finish it, and it looks similar to that one. I feel like this one came out a little bit better than that one. The eye in the middle is a little bit better. Eyebrows a little too close to the eye in the middle. I feel the mouth came out better. I was going for more of a scary, I feel like I was going for more of a scary mouth because it was, I think, like close to Halloween. I forgot what day I drew that, but it was really close to Halloween, or maybe it was Halloween. So maybe I had that little scary feeling in me, wanting to draw something scary. And then this one I just gave up because I messed up on the eye again. You can see how the eye, like I did this eye first, came back, tried to try again. Then the other eye turned out to be a better eye than that eye, but it's still not the same eye. It's two different people. Like I don't get it. I don't get it why I do this. And then I just stopped with the hair. Like the eye just really intimidated me, and I just gave up with the hair. So yeah, and then I tried to put a little quote. I actually learned that word, and now I can't think of what that word means again. So that is great. And here's let me find another artwork that I really also might get some inspo from today. This is one I did a while ago. I really enjoyed this one. This one was so fun. I completed it, as you can see. By the way, I'm gonna be using a hoo-hoo markers, and that's what I used with this one. I used a hoo-hoo markers, and actually I painted the back. I used Hemi gouache paint for the background, and I used a hoo-hoo markers for her skin tone. Actually, I'm lying. I didn't use a hoo-hoo markers for her skin tone because the reason why her skin tone, if you can kind of tell, I don't know if it's showing up as well in the camera, but her skin could be a lot more, have more life to it, more color to it. And I used the Copic markers for her skin tone, but it was so sheery. Like, I feel like I got better results with skin tone when I used the hoo-hoo markers, but you would think the Copic whatever markers would give me better skin tone because they're more expensive. But no, I don't know. And then for the edges, the ends of her hair, I used the Posca pins. I love these. These are very fun. I think I use this exact color. But yeah, I really enjoyed this painting / drawing / marker one. It's really nice. I feel like the proportions could have came out a little better. I do have some, and then also I drew it in pencil first, and then me trying to color in the marker started bleeding, so you could see about her eyebrow how the pencil started bleeding. The pencil started bleeding with her eyebrow and her eyelashes and near her mouth, and just in certain areas you can see where the pencil really didn't take the marker well, and it kind of messed up her skin tone. But at the same time, I think I did pretty okay with this drawing. I feel like I succeeded well with this drawing. But today we're gonna see what we can succeed with today. I don't really know if I actually want to draw a person, because my last drawing, let me show. Oh, and this is like my crystals. They're help motivating me right now. I just felt like the need, like I just needed to record. The sun is beaming beautifully, so I just felt like I needed to record right now. It's perfect timing right now. I just started having a whole bunch of just like more positive thoughts, and then I was like, I should record right now. Doesn't matter. Whatever I come up with, I come up with. Just do it. And my phone might die, but that's okay. So yeah, and this is an old painting that I did. Oh, there's here. This is an old painting that I did a while ago, and it's just clouds, and I really like clouds because I might put some clouds into the drawing. I really like painting clouds this way, but I have been thinking about how I do like to draw clouds in a certain weirder way, and I really enjoy drawing them like that. So I think I'm gonna show you how I like drawing clouds now. But this was the drawing that I did last week, and I really loved it. I really enjoyed this one. This one I have so much fun doing. The colors, I use a hoo-hoo markers with all of it, and then I use a small what is it called? Those small pens that you can do little dot work with it. I don't know why I can't remember the name of what it's called. I'm sorry. I can't even find it so I can show you what it is. I need to buy some new ones, and I'm actually just dropping stuff now. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was so fun, so colorful. I just love the colors, love the heart and everything. I love everything about this drawing. If I could, I might just paint it. Definitely gonna paint it actually now, because that idea just came into my head, and I think that means I need to paint it. And if I paint it, I can go even deeper into what I was thinking with it, and that would be really fun. So I can record that actually when I buy a little bit bigger canvas, and then I can do that. So I might also have a little bit of inspo with this too. I know I want to incorporate the eye gem. This is what I'm classifying. This is what I'm calling this little thing that I keep drawing. I keep drawing an eye that has like colorful gem type thing going on. I don't know. I really like drawing eyes, even though I have a problem with drawing eyes right beside each other and making them look identical when I'm drawing on a human. But say if I was drawing any little weird thing, I can easily just go with the flow of the eye, because I won't be so intimidated by the eye not being the same proportions. Yeah, like this is another example of an eye. Like I did You High Yet, and it's on a Polaroid. I painted it, and then I used the Posca pens to do the drawing. So yeah, this is really cool. I actually really like that. I'm proud I did that. So let me stop stalling and stop. That's kind of me talking and doing all that was kind of me still thinking of what should I do, and I'm nervous because I want to do something cool, you know. Since my crystals are right here and I'm staring at my amethyst, I'm thinking of just drawing amethyst or a cloud. Okay, actually, I'm gonna do a cloud. Yeah. So what I think I want to talk about today is confidence. Confidence in your thoughts and ideas and hopes, and anything you're thinking about, just do it. Sometimes you just need to do it. It's actually not really how I wanted the cloud to turn out, but that's how it's gonna turn out. Because lately, the more I've overcome the fear of what if it doesn't go right, what if it fails? But failure is the only way you'll learn, and failing, like, you can't fear the rejection. I think that's really the root of why people have not done the things that they really want to do, because they fear rejection. It's the same with relationships. It's the same with any form of relationship. It's the same with any form of action or anything. You fear being rejected. You fear it not turning out well. You fear the outcome, but you don't know the outcome. You don't know, and only way you'll know unless you just do it. Just say it. Now, when it comes to saying things, just like in Bambi, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. From the Little Rabbit, if you've watched Bambi, if you've never watched Bambi before, where's your childhood? You must have had a really sad childhood, and let me bring you into a good one. You can start your childhood over right now, and you can go buy Bambi and watch it real quick. It's a short movie. It's not that long, and learn the little and get the little lessons that come from that movie. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. So if it's something that ain't nice, don't say it. Now, when it comes to something that has been, I feel like, brewing up in you, and it might not feel nice to someone else, but it's something you really need to say, then I do feel like you should say it in a mature, emotional, intelligent way. So when it comes to stuff like that you want to say to a person and something like that, do it in a mature, emotional way. Handle it mature and emotional, just like with your career and with ideas like this. I feel like I'm gonna change the name. Okay. Also, a disclaimer: I'm gonna be rambling a lot. Like, I'm just gonna be rambling. I might just jump to other things, but realize they all tie together. Okay. But basically, I feel like, what was I saying? I forgot. I feel like if you, I forgot what I was saying. But like with rejection, you can't fear it because you just don't know the outcome. You don't know the outcome. The worst case scenario is you get a no. The worst case scenario, you fail. But just because you fail, failure is the first step to seeing your talent and seeing the progress in your talent. So what I was gonna say was basically, I feel like I'm about to really change out my channel because I feel like I'm just about to do a whole bunch of things that I've always wanted to try, always wanted to do, and I think I'm just gonna record them, and you're gonna see me fail or succeed at it. More than likely, I'm going to succeed because I'm gonna continue at it. So like recently, I've been really, really thinking about getting a guitar. I really want a guitar, and I really actually want to record myself playing the guitar, and maybe other people who love playing the guitar can give me they give me feedback, help me, all this stuff. I want to try all these things, and it's going to bring in multiple communities who like doing these things, like doing this stuff, all coming together, giving ideas, and we're all just giving ideas, giving feedback. And I feel like that's just going to bring us all together on seeing that you can literally wake up the next day and whatever you've been wanting to do and try, you can literally just do it. Because who cares? Because when you're dead, when you're dead, you're not going to be able to do anything then. You're not going to be able to do any of the things that you were thinking of wanting to all doing. Or when you're 70, yeah, you could pick up say if you want to do poetry, you could pick up a notebook and start poetry and it start booming. But then it's like, why didn't you do it? Why did you hold back on that gift that you had for so long? You were holding yourself back. That's really the thing. You were holding yourself back. And then if you're with someone who doesn't want to support you on your idea, like if that's also why you haven't done something, because you're afraid that what if my partner, or what if my parent, or what if my da da da. Okay, I can understand that. Okay, so say if like you're in, well, I can understand and not understand. If your partner isn't supporting you on something, on an idea that you've had like brewing up inside of you, and you haven't even spoke it to anyone because you have just so much anxiety and fear around it that you are afraid to do it because you fear that maybe you'll be judged, or you're fearing that what they will say will affect the outcome. That's really what it is. When it doesn't matter if they don't want you to do it, that's not gonna change the outcome of what could be. If you just did it, imagine how far you could get and how great it could become if you just did it. Like, just do it. And then talk to them, tell them, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, people think change is bad, think change is scary and all that stuff, and think that change means like you have to, like, there can't be a compromise. Like, say you're in a relationship and or you're with your parents, and for so long you told your parents, hey, this is what I like. At first you started with, like, say we're gonna go with college. First you started with college and you thought, this is what I really want to do. I want to finish college, all this stuff. I want to get this certain degree, all this stuff. But then you start getting an idea about something else that you saw on Instagram, and you kind of want to try it out. And maybe that requires you changing your whole degree and all that. And so you fear telling anyone. So instead, you think the smart thing to do is to just continue with whatever you're just doing now. Let me tell you this, don't do that, because you're just gonna regret it later on in the end. Like, they would appreciate you more and if they aren't on board, they're gonna, if you just do it, and once you succeed in what you really want to do, because whatever you really want to do, you're more than likely going to succeed if you continue doing it and continue putting in the work and continue putting in your heart into it, because that's what you really want to do. So you have nothing to fear. Don't think that it's going to happen overnight, okay? But just know, if you continue to do it, you're gonna get somewhere. You're gonna get results. And the results only keep coming if you keep doing. And so even like with the relationship, like, say if you had told your partner you had a goal, or like this is what you wanted to do and all that stuff, and then one day you just are like, or not one day, but like you start seeing something, maybe you want to start becoming a dancer, because like you just started really resonating more with music. Like, you just really, it was maybe like a childhood thing, and you just really realized, like, I've really been resonating with music because I really love to dance and I really want to dance. Why not I start dancing, become a dance teacher or something, anything with dancing. Can start it as a hobby or anything. But at first that means maybe putting off doing this other goal, or putting off going somewhere because you want to start this dancing, or that means saving up some money instead of towards something else, because really you want to really dance, you want to become a dancer. You have to bite the bullet, love yourself enough to know that that's what you want to do, that's what you should do, because you keep thinking about it. Especially when you keep thinking about it, that's really when you know you need to just do it. Like if that's an idea that's just been brewing in your head, just do it. Like, just do it. And then just communicate to your partner that, hey, I think I want to change up my career, or maybe not fully change up my career, change up like my goal right now. I really think I want to pursue in dancing. If their response is, what, that's dumb, we got this whole plan, that's so childish, da, 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 you tell them, and then you told them even, like, this was your childhood dream, like, to always dance and become a dancer. And then they're like, that's childish, that's dumb. What kind of money can you get from dancing? You can get a lot of money from dancing if you keep going. You can start YouTube videos and start dancing. You can start on TikTok and get somewhere with dancing. Like what? Like we're in a whole new generation of literally you can become and do anything if you use your social media platform. Like what? There's any possibilities. Things take time. It's not gonna happen overnight. And so like if they are just like yelling or just like not really supportive of what you really want to do, and then it makes you not want to even do it anymore, honey, that ain't the person you need to be with, okay? You don't need to be with them now, because if they can't even compromise and see that you've been going along with their goal and all that stuff, or with your parents, or like as a kid and with your parents, you never told them to change their goal. You never told them not to do something, never not to do a certain goal that they wanted. That was their choice. Or if they are in the goal that they've always wanted, good for them. They went for it, they did it, and now it's your turn to go for it and do it yourself on what you want. So yeah, it's scary sometimes, especially when you're overthinking it. But the minute you start actually doing it, and then when you actually start seeing progress and you see the people you impact and see the people that you meet and all that stuff, you're just going to be to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, why did I fear not doing this? Or you're gonna fear it, and then you're gonna get to the point where you're like 50 and then you're trying to start dancing. And then, I mean, yeah, you can start dancing at 50, but it's like you could have been started when you were 20 and started now, and it could have been growing and growing and growing. And imagine how far you would have came at 50 if you would have just did it, you know? Or you do it and you feel it doesn't go, but you can always keep going. You go Ugh, bless me, I sneeze. But you can always keep going even if it doesn't turn out right. Excuse me if you hear my sister. I think she's yelling at her cat to get off the couch. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Probably can't, and I just probably put all that business out. But yeah, just don't fear the rejection. Don't fear the process. It's all just a process. Everything is all just a process. Everything takes time. That's the problem with this generation. We are losing patience. Like, everything takes patience. Everything. Everything. I don't know how to stress this enough. Literally everything takes patience. That means relationships takes patience. If you really want it to work, it takes patience. That means listening to your parents, understanding their perspective on things, that takes patience. Having patience in a line, that takes patience. Your pet, training your pet, having a pet, that takes a whole lot of patience right there. Like, everything takes patience if you're willing to put in the work. If you want it, you'll put in the work and you'll see results with the patience. Loving yourself takes patience. Loving what you do takes patience, because there are going to be days where you're still going to have doubt, okay? Just because you have doubt, that doesn't mean don't do it anymore. Just because you have a bad comment or someone makes a bad reply and all that stuff doesn't mean you stop. That's just their opinion. Who are they? You don't even know who they are. Who cares? They're probably sad. They're probably saying all these things because they wish they could be actually doing what you're doing. And they're so hurt and have so much resentment in their heart that their only way of like putting out the resentment in their heart is to leave a negative comment to try to put you down, to put you back on their level because they were too afraid or still are too scared to do something that you are actually doing and living up on and are happy doing, you know? So they say these negative things to see, oh, maybe this will lower their self-esteem and they'll stop, or maybe this will slow them down and all this stuff. That's all the negative comment is. Someone just wanted to see you slow down. But don't. Just a negative comment. It goes just like these clouds. They come, they go. It's all just a flow of just people, and people hurt people just saying stuff and being jealous, or maybe not even jealous, just having a thought come to their mind. Sometimes people they generally don't even know why they making a mean comment just to be a troll. Half the time that people just trolling. So sometimes you should actually just see the negative comment as a joke, okay? Don't even take it to heart. Don't take it personally, and don't let it make you stop what you're doing. Even if your parents and stuff are saying, no, don't do it. No, you don't know the outcome. They don't know the outcome. They ain't God. They aren't any like form of creator, or if you believe in any form of creator, like they aren't anything to know the future. If anyone knows the future and knows the outcome of stuff, please let me know. Let me know. Let me know right now. Hit me up so you can help me so I can see clearly on my future and stuff, so I can know maybe what not and what to do. Actually, I'm lying. I don't even want you to tell me what not and what to do, because all the experiences that happen in life are for my own personal benefit at the end of the day. So yeah, that was a nice little ramble about that. I feel good getting that all out. What should I talk about next? And then let's jump into perspective. You know, perspective is really crazy when you really start thinking about it. Like, everyone has a whole different perspective, and when you really take your mind out, like take your consciousness, everything about you, take it out of your mind for a second and realize this other human being that's beside you, around you, is literally viewing the world, seeing stuff the same as you, but their thoughts and all that are changing the whole perspective of how they see things. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, perspective is so crazy. And that's why you should have grasp to it and understand that people have different perspective and understand different perspectives and be more understanding of people, because you don't know what's going on in their head. And what goes on in your head can really change a lot of things on how you see things and how you do things and why you react to things certain ways and stuff like that. So yeah, it can be really scary sometimes, but just be understanding. That's all you can do, because you're just human. That's all you can do. You're just another human being going through the motions too, trying to get through your day, trying to do the things you want to do too. And so that means also seeing other people's perspective and trying to see that they're trying to do the things that they want to do too. Now, I don't even want to I can get so deep into it to the point where it's just going to make my head spin, and I might even start saying crazy things that don't even make sense, because, you know, like, there's people who do really crazy things on this earth, and it's just like, I can't even imagine trying to understand their, like, like someone like who does things repetitively that are negative, like say like a drug addict, trying to understand their perspective on why do they do these drugs, why does it make them happy, why do they think that this is where their happiness is rooted in, what started the root of why they think that this is where their happiness is. Why can't they see that other things can make them happy? You know? Perspective is so crazy. Like, it's so crazy. It really can go really far and blow your mind. So, yeah. I realized the more that I've talked about the things that I used to be afraid of and not really understand about other people, the more that I talk about it with anyone that I trust or anyone, oh great, anyone out loud, or just talking about it on my podcast, which you should definitely go try out. You should definitely go check out my podcast. It's called Today's a New Day with Kayla. I will be posting every Tuesday night or every Wednesday night. So definitely go check that out. But yeah, like the more that I've been talking, like you don't have to be outspoken and talk about it on like social media platforms like how I do. If you don't feel comfortable with it, that's okay. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody likes doing that. But find someone that you trust and you know you can talk to about. And sometimes there's someone you trust and you've just been too scared to talk about certain things that you really wouldn't want to talk about. And I just promise to you, if you know you can trust this person, just talk about it with them. And if you know they aren't someone that's going to judge you, just talk about it with them. And I swear, the more you talk about it with them and the more you realize, hey, there's someone out here who understands me, understands how I'm feeling, and isn't, or maybe they might not even understand, but the fact that they listened and you got everything out that you really wanted to say is just mind-boggling. Like, so yeah, just do that. Like, it helps so much. You don't have to go to a therapist if you definitely feel the need to go to a therapist. But here's another thing that I realized about therapy is that, okay, therapy is the guide. They are only guiding you and can give you prescriptions to help you. But the more I listen to stories and stuff like that, like if you listen to this podcast, This Is What's Really Happening, podcast so good. We definitely recommend you guys to listen to it. But if you listen to stuff like those podcasts, you really learn how, like, just because you go to a therapist doesn't mean your actions and stuff will change, because they are just a teacher guiding you. They give you homework, they tell you things you should go try and do to help you, and that means you putting in the work to make that progress, to actually make that change. So it's really still in you to make that change if you want that change, you know? So yeah, I like how I was thinking about drawing person, but I kind of got a little intimidated, like my brain space ain't there to draw a person today, because mostly I know if I'm talking and drawing, I have to draw like more simple like things, because I will probably get even more quiet if I'm drawing a person, because I'm gonna become like a little perfectionist at the moment and then want to make it perfect and all that. And then I'll get a little bit overwhelmed. So that's why I want to draw eyes and clouds, because I like drawing eyes and clouds because they don't overwhelm me. Because when you look at clouds, they literally just come and go. And I looked outside and I saw a rainbow. Well, I'm seeing a rainbow right now, and it didn't even rain, and I'm seeing a rainbow, and the sun is shining so bright, and it's behind the clouds. Yeah, people, start looking up more. Start when you go outside, look up. If you don't go outside a lot, anytime that you do go outside, just look up at the sky and realize if you aren't feeling that good today, just start your day off with saying, well, at least I'm alive. At least I woke up today. At least I can walk. At least I can open my eyes. At least I can see the clouds. At least I can see the sun. At least I can see it raining. At least I can see the road. At least I can see my phone. At least I can see in front of me. At least I can move my fingers. At least I can open my mouth and speak. Because there are people out here, I realize people really need to learn how to balance being selfish and being unselfish about themselves, because there are people who are out here who would love to be able to see colors, who would love to be able to walk, who would love to be able to smell, to taste. And then you being a person who just is looking at everything negatively, aren't even looking at the big picture of what you got right in front of you. Not even right in front of you, on you. You know, that you woke up today. Someone died today. Someone lost their child today. Someone didn't wake up today, you know? So just be like aware of that. Like, you woke up. My heart is kind of racing. I'm thinking about other things while talking to you guys. And I can't really talk about them on here. And all the things I've been talking about are helping me overcome what I'm thinking. So that's also why, like, the more you talk about it, or just talk to yourself, if you feel like you have no one that you can trust, the more you talk to yourself, realize that if you don't believe in anything, okay, if you don't believe in anything, I don't know how to convert you to realize that you aren't alone on this planet. Like, even though you feel alone and you may be atheist and feel like everything just happens and all that stuff, and science and all that stuff, and you just think, oh, you're just on the earth. Okay, I really don't know how to like motivate you on trying to tell you, no, that's not it. There's been too many miracles that still happen today, too many things that happen that show results of us not being alone, us not just being put on this earth for no reason. And I really just don't know how to like tell someone if they don't believe. I feel like it just takes the human experience. Like, eventually I feel like something's gonna happen that will maybe get you to the point of realizing that you can speak and talk alone, and someone is listening, and you aren't alone. No, you are not forsaken. So yeah, but anyways, I just feel like talking more. And even if you don't know, like, say if you're just starting out on trying to grasp that, okay, there is some form of creator, because that's what I am at. I don't go by any label, but I know that there is a creator. There is a higher being that is watching over me, that is protecting me, that is blessing me, and that shines a light on me and gives me a purpose so I don't feel alone. I might get the feeling sometimes alone, like, because I'm human, but then I remember that I'm not alone, because the more you just start speaking and talking and realizing, just speaking alone in your room, do some meditation. You know, you don't have to be religious to do meditating. Meditating is just clearing your mind. So sometimes you're thinking so much that you can't even see the bigger picture. And when you meditate, I feel like you're gonna really be able to see the bigger picture. You're gonna just clear your mind. All your thoughts will just move away like the clouds, and the sun will be able to show. Maybe, you know, it takes time sometimes, because sometimes I remember the first times when I started meditating, I wouldn't see anything, or I didn't feel like I was feeling anything. I feel like I was just like I barely could do it for a long period of time. Honestly, it was really hard to do it at first. But the more I started doing it and the more I felt like, okay, just trust. That's another thing. You just sometimes really, I'm trying to make sure my phone isn't about to die. You really need to trust, just like how you trust in people, your mom and all that stuff. Sometimes everything else in life takes trust. The process, like knowing that you're going to get to your result in your career or anything, that took trust. You trusting in yourself. So meditating, that takes trust that if you continue the process, continue just trying, because what's the worst thing that could happen? Tell me, leave me something in the comments on telling me what's the worst thing that could happen if you just stopped trust, if you just not if you just did it, like if you just meditated. Really tell me what's the worst thing that can happen. If something really bad does happen to you and you start seeing some really scary things, let me know, and then warn me on what you did to see that, because I ain't never seen no scary things. So let me know. But you shouldn't fear. Like, it's really just fear. When people don't understand something or know fully about something, they fear it. They don't understand it. They dislike it. They don't want to try it. They don't want to just try. Because that's the thing, also, the beauty about being alive, and that's the beauty about not knowing if you feel like you just don't know your purpose, that's the beauty about not knowing your purpose, not knowing what you want to do in life. You literally can pick up a book, you literally can go on YouTube and learn something new and just try it. If you end up not liking it, you can stop, try something else. You can do whatever. You can try rock climbing. All of a sudden, rock climbing becomes your biggest passion. Because before, you never even thought to try it, but you just did it. You just did it. You just did it. You just lost the fear. You realize, hey, what's the worst thing that can happen? I die from falling off the rock? Yes, so be careful. But worst case scenario, you're not gonna die falling if you take the precautions to be safe while doing it. But best case scenario, you fall in love with doing it and it becomes a hobby, or you turn it into a career. Because I'm pretty sure there's like people out here who are getting like sponsored to do these things, or do daredevilish type stuff like that. Okay? Or say you've always wanted to jump out of an airplane, and then you go do it, and then you realize, hey, I think I actually want to learn how to learn how to fly an airplane. So then you start taking classes to learn how to fly an airplane, or you start with baby steps. You start looking at on YouTube how to fly an airplane, how to get into school on how to fly an airplane, how how to become how to be in a circus. Maybe you always wanted to just be in a circus. I don't judge you. I am not a god. No one is a god on this earth. If you're walking around paying bills, paying taxes just like the rest of us, you're not God. Until you stop somehow us paying taxes, then you just might be. And if you can make someone rise from the dead, you just might be. I just might have a little bit of hope in you. And maybe you really could be a little bit of God. But until then, why does it matter what anyone thinks, what anyone does? They can judge you, but they really cannot judge you. They are not God. They are not a higher power. They are not the universe. They can't do any real harm. Like, it doesn't matter what they think. It really doesn't. And the more you just start to realize that, the more you're just able to just really step into your own power, because you realize you can really do whatever you put your mind to. You can really become anything. Anything. If you feel like you can sing, start some YouTube videos and just start singing. I know wasn't there a girl who got really, really famous because she just kept posting YouTube videos of her singing, and now boom, she has her like own single, and I'm pretty sure she's like booming with money now because now she has her own single. I'm pretty sure that single started booming, started making more music. Like, she just did it. She just went for it. She knew she liked singing. She probably did have the fear of, oh, what if someone doesn't like my voice? What if I don't sound good? She probably had all those fears, but guess what she kept doing? She kept going. I do not know her name, but I remember her song. I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing the song because I really can't sing. So, why you gotta be like that? That song, okay? What's her name? She definitely, I was paying attention to her having YouTube videos, and yeah, and then all of a sudden, I just remember like a year or two later, she really just started booming, and I'm just like, wow, she is literally the example of you can just keep going and keep doing. There are people out here who will love what you do, who will love the ideas you bring to the table, who have always wanted to do an idea that you have always been so afraid to do. And then once you did it, you relieved them. You started a whole nother idea trend because you finally just did your own idea. Because they've always had that idea, and then maybe they start the same idea, but they tweak it a little bit. Like, realize you could be the start of an inspiration. So, yeah, a lot. You can do a lot. It's a lot. I talked a lot because you can do a lot. And once you realize you can do a lot, and you start making it a pattern in your brain that you can do a lot, that you are capable of anything and can overcome anything and can handle anything that comes your way, and anything that happens to you was meant to happen to you because only you can deal with it and only you could handle it. Everything happens for a reason, and it's like, it's so boring. Like let's just say we are just plopped on this earth and there is no purpose for none of us really, and the rest of us who are into the spiritualities type stuff are really just gathering a bunch of stuff so that we can put some more meaning into this earth. Okay, what if that is the case? Why not just enjoy the fun of it? Okay, just experience with it, just try new things. And see, that's also the thing about religion. Like, I've never, ever since I was young, I always like had a feeling like I can't truly believe and serve in something that my parents serve. Because I feel like just because your parents, you know, put you in the church, say this is what you're about to believe in, be a Christian, all this stuff, I don't think that should be how you should become a Christian. I feel like you should respect them, and if they say you gotta wake up in the morning and go to church, you're gonna go to church. But I feel like you should keep an open mind and do research on other stuff and make sure that this is what you do want to believe in. This is where your heart does resonate in, because maybe your heart resonates in Buddhism, which where my heart does resonate, but I also resonate with Christianity. You can learn a lot from all these different religions. I honestly feel like all of these religions tie a big role together. And so there's no point in like saying one is better than the other, because really when you start doing more research and you start realizing they all are basically saying similar things. Similar things, different ideas, different methods, maybe different perspective, and also different ways of thinking about it. Humans are the ones who corrupt it, I feel, can corrupt it. You can't let what your experience has been through humans and what they say and how they have changed stuff and all that stuff. You just have to do your own research, your own time into spending into a religion, your own time into spending into a belief, and actually see and find what resonates with your heart. And yeah, you'll feel it when it resonates with your heart. You'll feel it like, this is where I need to practice. This is where I need to put my beliefs in, because it helps me cope with the world, and not feeling alone, because you aren't alone. And for the atheists, okay, yeah, like I said, I don't know what to do for y'all. I really don't know what to do for y'all. Y'all can actually give me more perspective on why you're atheist. I'm very open-minded to that. I'm not open-minded to be atheist. I'm never gonna become an atheist, but I am open-minded to hearing why you're atheist. Like, give me reasons on why you're atheist, you know? And they need to be valid. Like, I don't want, because someone died in your past, I'm sorry, like, not to be insensitive, but I want real hard, solid reasons on why you are atheist, so I can truly understand why you do that, why your belief is there, or why you have no belief, and why you just walk around amongst the earth and just think everything is just a coincidence, you know? I don't judge. I just want to understand. And so, yeah, this is the drawing that I've come up with. I think I'm gonna add, sorry for the yawn, but I think I'm gonna add stippling, but I think I'm gonna save that for a part 2, because I feel like I'm also gonna add some other things. But yeah, when I do drawings like this, it's really relaxing. Like, I just love drawing eyes. I love drawing clouds and crystals and things I'm into. Simple little things that I'm into help me get more inspired to do more things like these, like drawings like these that are a little bit more complex, more complicated, more thought into it, more, so I can have more confidence when I want to start and do actual people drawings. I need to study more on people and get the proportions and all that right. So if you have any feedback or any tips, please give me them. Really hope that I was speaking to the microphone the whole time and that you guys could hear me well. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day today, and stay tuned for more videos. I will definitely be posting more, because why not? Because I can't ramble and say all these things to you and then not post another video. So yeah, have a cool day. Peace.